Hey guys, it is Mike with Become the Night. Welcome back to another Song Suggestion Friday. This is the show where you put your suggestions in the comments below. I am running very short on time, so I'm going to do my best just to run through this. Here we go. Duel of the Fates by John Williams. Absolutely iconic choir intro. There's a racing counter melody, the dun 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 dun, that absolutely adds a ton of tension, kind of gives you the feeling of anxiety. It's essentially a riff. Then it comes in with the beautiful theme and melody, that that whole thing, gorgeous. Comes in with a very gentle French horn, kind of trades off with a couple of other different instruments. I never noticed the percussion before. Very cool. My favorite part of this song is probably after the first modulation, where the choir is like really getting intense and they're building more intensity right before they release. The choir is just epic throughout the whole track. If you haven't listened to this song before, what the hell are you doing with your life? Go listen to it right now. But I will say Ego Raptor definitely did it better. Total grade for this song, 2+ signs. Let's Go Crazy by Prince. Really weird intro with some spoken word and a weird organ sample. I'm not a fan at all of those drum samples. The guitar is a pretty fat sound. We start getting kicking around 1:04. This is a cool 80s pop sound. I really like that weird rapid snare sound that they kind of play, like a weird snare sample. This composition is very simple. It's much more about the dancing and the lyrics. The singing is good, but the melody in most of it is way too repetitive for me. The guitar solo is good, nothing extremely special there, but it's okay. Song feels a lot like Footloose to me. The production overall feels a little rough, and I'm not sure if that's intentional or not. It definitely is a defined sound. Very well thought out. The outro feels very similar to what Steve Vai would do for synthesizer and chords. There is a really wicked guitar shred at the end, but he definitely had some assistance from the massive amount of gain in the wah pedal. Total grade for this song, =. Feet Don't Fail Me Now by Queens of the Stone Age. The intro is very intriguing. Love that gentle tom. The whole sound all around is very fuzzy. Wasn't expecting any synthesizer in the song. The whole intro is very moody, kind of John Carpenter influenced, but it does build great anticipation to the main feel. That main feel is crazy groovy. The drums feel a bit over compressed, but that definitely goes along with the sound. I am really digging everything about the vocals, delivery, the effects on it, the melody, all cool. Almost feels a little David Bowie inspired. The guitar tone is kind of like funky in a fuzzy way. The soundscape overall in this song is really cool. I liked it. The parts are extremely simple but very appropriate. The guitar solo is very bluesy but like in a really weird way, and the bridge immediately following, the groove in the bridge after the chorus is killer. The production is not my style at all, but it sounds fantastic, I gotta say. It hit all the right spots at the right time. Well done. Total grade for this song, +. Mind Machine by SCARSYMETRY. The guitar and bass feel huge. Wow, does that bass fill out the low end. The riffs are okay, they're definitely not bad, they're just not wowing me. Tone is pretty killer. Chorus feel from the vocals and the instrument rhythm behind them feel great together. The growls are very good. Kind of reminds me of like early Soil work. The production feels pretty good in this song, but all around I'd say this song feels nice. I like it. The kick punches really well. The room on the whole mix feels great. The guitar solo is really cool, pretty tasty. Not complicated, but good feel. The vocal performance is quite good, I must say. I might have pulled back on the vocal doubler or just the double recording of the vocals just because I think his voice is strong enough to stand on its own. Total grade for this song, =. Whitewater by Kyuss. Very chill intro, the simple drum groove. This is our theme today. There was less gain throughout this track there was less gain on the guitar tone than I expected. There's definitely a lot of fuzz, like really fuzzy to the point they were almost like perfectly smooth. It definitely is developed well, like the tone is thought out for this whole song, but I'm really not digging it that much. The vocals sound cool, but feel so out of place. There's just this really crystal clear recording up against this really fuzzy, kind of like out of focus recording, if you will, which is really the mixing. The composition and arrangement are very simple, very vibey or stoner type metal. Putting no room on that vocal at all did not help the situation for the mix. Kind of mellow out at 3:15 when we go into this bridge part, and then they start doing a bunch of, it feels like it's improv, like it's off the cuff. Some of it I bet is, but other parts of the guitar dueling I'm sure is actually, there's some written out parts there. All of these lead lines feel like they're like by feel, or honestly they feel very immature, but they come from a very, very genuine place and they put a lot of feel into it. So I mean, it's not terrible. This whole song feels very Doors inspired. I don't know what the fuck was up with this ending. It was kind of hilarious. There's like this really shitty organ sound. and then this weird like doo-wop thing of this guy talking about people licking his dick. Song overall is pretty cool, just not my thing. Total grade for this song, equal sign. Trains by Porcupine Tree. I don't have a whole lot to say on this one because I've done enough Porcupine Tree songs specifically off of this fucking album that it's rehashing a lot of things. Gentle acoustic emo kid intro. Guitar sounds great, what a fucking shock. Steven Wilson production, I'm not gonna rehash all of that again. Love the soaring melody. The acoustic solo is dope and tasty. Chorus definitely has a like inspired from the 90s feel that I really like. 319 has like this interesting feel change and they add banjo in, very unexpected. The melody and the counter melody are dreamy at this part as well. It sounds like most of the other songs on that album, which is not a bad thing. I really like that album. Steven Wilson could bring prog to the masses if he wasn't so fucking depressing with his music all the time. And I don't mean that as a bad thing because I love that aesthetic. It's just not very marketable. Total grade for this song, equal sign. Conte Partiro by Andre Bocelli. Pardon my pronunciation. Kind of feels like Enya with the dun dun dun, the string little pluck things. I could not tell if the instruments were orchestral samples or if it was the real thing. That's not really a good sign. The arrangement is nice though, it is quite simple. The composition all around is quite simple. The melody verse is very enchanting, the way that it rises up and then falls down. His voice is very nice in the lower register, though I will say once he finally gets to the higher register, you get more of that power. He has a very rapid vibrato. The composition is very touching, I will say that. His vocal performance from a classical standpoint is not bad, it's just not amazing. There are some weaknesses there, but from a general consumer standpoint, it's absolutely beautiful, great feeling. The production is not anything to write home about. It's in a very contained environment that is not tough to mix, and there's not really a whole lot interesting going on here. It's basically, here's a nice faux orchestra underneath this guy who sings beautifully. Low production, easy, well executed. They did what they needed to do, and it's pleasant to listen to. Total grade for this song, equal sign. Black Ninja by Battle Beast. Some really cool riffs in this song, nothing overly complicated, just feels fucking epic, honestly. Have a definite power 80s feel. The guitar tone is cool, the bass tone is classic. It has that really low, thuddy, pull you down low end with a little growl on top. Holy shit, the fucking vocals. Wow. She is killer, and when she hits the words Black Ninja, it blows my mind. Her highest notes are far beyond my falsetto. I am impressed. Production's really good. There's really nothing too complicated here. Great composition for what it is. The arrangement's nothing to write home about. The nylon string guitar solo was unexpected but very cool. Then we actually got to the electric guitar solo. That was also cool, very shreddy. The song all around is pretty much just pounding awesomeness and just way over the top. The ending has some really cool sweeps and harmonies and shit. The ending all around is outstanding. Really liked it. Total grade for this song, plus sign. Amsterdam by Nothing But Thieves. The intro is very chill. Drums here have a simple tom feel to kind of lock in our feel for the verses. The vocals in the verse are not my favorite. He actually does vocals later in the song, in the choruses and in the bridge, that I actually do enjoy quite a bit, but his like really quiet, softer shit is annoying to me. The guitar tone is like a nice balance between fuzz and crunch. They start out the song in major, and then when we go to the chorus, it goes to the relative minor. Was not expecting that, but very pleasantly surprised. Melody in the chorus is good. Bass tone is growly and low. The chorus itself is very catchy. I really don't think I'm a fan of the verses in general. I think it's mostly his voice. That and also just like the stereotypical indie rock tom and bass thingy that they're doing there. They go to halftime for a little bit in the bridge, which I think was a good choice, but I think they moved out of it too quickly. Production all around is very good. I think there was a lot of thought put into how they were going to craft the sound. Crescendo out of the bridge was a good choice, but then going back to the chorus with the stop most of the instruments and just have the guy singing is kind of cliche now. When I first listened to it, I couldn't decide whether or not I wanted to give it a plus sign or an equal sign because I really enjoyed those choruses, and the other parts were a little irritating to me. But in the end, after walking away from it and that chorus is stuck in my head, total grade for this song, plus sign. Guys, I apologize. I do not have any suggestions this week. I am running very short on time, so I'm going to have to cut this one short. Guys, I'm so sorry. That is it for Song Suggestion Friday. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please, if you would like to take part in the polls on Patreon to decide what I'm going to listen to, go to the link in the description. Pledge $5 a month or $10 or more a month if you want to put your suggestions in the poll. If you don't want to do a rolling pledge, you can tip me on PayPal, or you can buy some stuff from my merch store. You can also follow me on Facebook and Twitter at Become the Night. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you in the next video. Rock on!